all right, since Brent's going to be working on this project, everybody's going to have to pick up his slack. I was like, everybody's going to do my work for a week. It's amazing, dude.
I hope no one finds out.
Hell no, dude. I'm going to be hanging out. It's going to be great. All right, everybody, welcome to Hot Couch Potato, the podcast where we talk about video games and Comic-Con. My name is Brent, aka Boo-Wop. I'm here with my man Rick, aka A New Perfect Day. What's going on, man?
Hey. It is an amazing day in San Diego. Even though it was like 80 degrees today, it's very better than 90 to 100 degrees in Los Angeles.
Dude, after like 75 degrees, you can't tell the difference, dude. It's just hot.
Exactly. Like, dude, but in LA, you can feel like your skin all burning 5 minutes into the heat. And it's like, oh, God, I'm going to die. But other than that, I got my farmer's tan and just been playing a lot of Pokemon.
Farmer's tan from playing Pokemon Go, dude?
Oh, probably.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing, dude. So yeah, as we mentioned earlier, Comic-Con is this week, man. This Thursday.
Yay.
I guess it starts really on Wednesday. This week is preview night. Have you ever been to a preview night, man?
One time, and
Same
it was
here.
pretty cool because it's like a lighter crowd of a Comic-Con, normal typical day, and it just gives you mostly the access to buy everything you need to buy before they generally release it to the actual public the following week. And I was able to pick up like a couple exclusives before it was like released, because it's like they're usually like it's limited to a certain amount of stuff they can sell per day. But then they're changing all of that up. You can't buy exclusives on preview night or certain ones, and now this whole exclusive ordeal is like it's a lottery system now that you have to go through
to buy stuff, even.
Yeah, so
Oh, wow.
I don't know if you got that email, but basically those who have a badge is able to get in line for whatever exclusive for a chance to buy that exclusive, and they'll get notified if they so it's like, for me, I don't see anything I truly really want to go after, but like if they had Xenogears, man, I'd like tell everybody and their baby's mama to put their vote in for for that line. For me, I had to actually like sign up for Funko because I think my cousin wants to get one of the exclusive. I think it's like Wreck-It Ralph or something like that.
Oh wow! So you're in the lottery for? How do you know if you win?
I think they just sent me an email to check to see if I won. And,
okay.
Yeah, I should do that. But
Y'all haven't done it yet, dude.
Yeah, I totally forgot. Been playing a lot of Pokemon Go. That's for sure.
So while Rick registers for this Funko Pop thing, I'm not really looking for any exclusives, man. I think the only thing I saw that I'm not really going to try and hunt for, but it'd be nice, if I'm walking up and down the aisles and I see it in the corner of my eye, I'm like, oh, that's right. They were selling that at Comic-Con this year. I'm going to buy it.
Yeah.
Is this the Velociraptor claw from the first ever Jurassic Park, Alan Grant, when that kid is making fun of the Velociraptor skeleton that they find in the desert? He's like, here's why you should be scared of him, fucking little kid. You're gonna see the Velociraptor in front of you, but that's not where you're gonna get attacked from. You're gonna get attacked from the sides, and they're gonna just gut you, spill all your guts and stuff, man, and then you'll be alive when they eat you. It'll be alright, dude. Treat him with some respect. So they're gonna have that claw that he uses to just shake the kid up.
And it's gonna open bottles?
It's gonna be a bottle opener. Yeah, I guess the claw is just gonna be a claw, but at the end of it, there'll be a bottle opener. But if you think about it, yeah, it'll be good. Have some leverage, with the claw.
Yeah. Are you gonna bring that to every party you go to, though?
Hell no, dude. That's just gonna be something in the house, man. I'm not gonna walk around with a fucking. Actually, wait, that might be cool, huh?
Yeah,
That
like
might be
I
cool.
don't know, break the ice in conversation. Got a fucking claw.
We'll see. We'll see how big it is, dude. If it's too big to fit in my back pocket, then no, we're not doing it.
I think one year, like I went to a party and I brought like my belt buckle that was a bottle opener, and I was just opening drinks. And I was like, "Oh, this is the coolest thing ever!" And then like a week later, I was like, "Nah, that was the most retarded shit I've ever had."
Wait,
So,
wait.
like I gave it away.
Were you wearing the belt buckle, or you just brought the belt buckle on its own?
I brought the belt. Oh, I was wearing it.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
it's an actual belt, and the bottle opener. So I was opening people's drinks with my belt. But then I was like thinking about it. I was like, that is kind of not cool.
Like, how stupid is that? Like, can you imagine
Yeah.
if you're wearing a belt and someone's like, "Oh, dude, can you open my beer for me?" And you're like, "Oh yeah, dude, I got a belt buckle beer bottle opener." And they're like, "Oh wow," and they're expecting you to like open it by your belt. Instead, you just pull out the belt buckle from your pocket, pop that shit open, dude. That would be crazy, man. That would be great. Well, you know what though? That's not so cool anymore. Didn't you want to be the guy that would be like, "Oh yeah, give me your beer bottle, I'll open it for you." You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Maybe because we're older.
The original goal.
Yeah, maybe because we're older. Like, I don't give a fuck, dude. Go ahead and open my bottle for me, man. You need your bottle open? Nah, it's not me today. Go, pass that down the other way. Right? Like,
I
I
was
don't
about
need
to buy the one that holds like your drink, like the belt. You put it basically in front of your crotch, and that's where you like hold your drink. And that would have been interesting, a topic of conversation at least.
What? So wait, you walk around with this shit on?
Yeah.
Oh
like,
my
Like
God.
the drink is like basically at the center of your belt.
Uh-huh. Oh wow, dude. Well, yeah, I don't know. I think that's a sign of getting older, man. You just get lazy, Or
Exactly.
some
Don't wanna
chick
hold
was
my
like,
beer too
I know,
much.
dude. Some chick's like, "Oh wow, can someone open my beer for me?" I'm definitely not the first person raising my hand no more, man.
Next one, I'm gonna have it like at the bottom of my shoe so I can like karate kick it.
Oh, that'd be funny, man. But yeah, I think that's the only exclusive, man. I'm going for, dude. I definitely know the struggle, man. I've never really waited in one of those lines, but I've dropped Rick off in one of those lines before, man. And he's had enough experience for both of us, dude. But I know the payoff. You know what I mean?
Yep.
With the Dragon Dagger from the Green Ranger, so
Oh yeah.
it can definitely be worth it if you're willing to put in the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's the only one I'm really looking for. But other than the Funko Pop, man, is there anything else you're out there? Or you just haven't been trying to look, so you won't get tempted to do it, huh?
As far as Comic-Con goes,
Yeah, Comic-Con exclusives.
Yeah, like I think I took a glance at everything and nothing really appealed, so which is good aside from Judge Dredd badge that I kind of want, and I already pre-ordered one of the exclusive shirts from Comic-Con. It's Monster Hunter versus Ryu, and all you have to do is just place your order and you can pick it up anytime at the booth rather than be in line. So I'm glad that they're changing the way of acquiring these items, so that way you don't have to like fight for it, wait in line, spend most of your day in Comic-Con lines, which is not cool. You should have to just save these lines for like roller coasters, not to buy something you want to have for like a couple of, I don't know, months or something.
Yeah. No, they definitely need to have a ticketing type of system or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the best one I saw was it 2 years ago? I'm wearing the shirt. Let me see. The year is on here somewhere. 2016. Remember when we got to play that Final Fantasy 15 demo? And if you played it, they gave you a shirt.
Yeah.
I remember you just had to be lucky, and like you did for your what Funko Pop was that? Where the lady would not let you in line for like 20 minutes. What was that for? Was it My Hero
Tododoki, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it's like
they
that where
wouldn't
you gotta
let me
wait,
in
right?
line for. Oh no! That was the My Hero Academy,
The chick,
the
right?
Funko,
Yeah.
not the Funko, the fun animation thing. Yeah, the anime
Oh
place, and then she like
yeah.
wouldn't let me in for like I don't know how many times I was waiting there, and she was like telling me, "Don't wait here, nobody can gather." And then like after I would like leave like 2 steps away
She would
to
let someone
from
in.
where she would let someone in, and then I would literally come back 2 seconds later, and then she's like, "Oh yeah, don't wait here," and I did it like 4 or 5 times, and I was like, "You know what? You motherfucker." And then she finally said, "Oh, okay, you've been there kind of the longest. Come right in." And I have a feeling that they're gonna be doing that again for at least the stuff that people like to
Oh
follow.
man.
They did that with the Tododoki,
Mhm.
where this guy was like he's like the line monitor or hall monitor or whatnot. And he for like 15 minutes I was like trying to get into this line, and then he was like, "Don't worry, everybody, just leave and I'll remember your faces, and when I see your faces you can get in line." And then he did that for like 15 minutes. Like I was literally making like I don't know, I was going around in circles around the entire booth like 20
Mhm.
times. And then he's like, "You know what, please, if I see you guys again, you won't be able to get in line." And I like literally just went 20 times in circles around the booth next door, and then he was like, "Okay, now you can come in line." I was like, "Oh my god," this hall monitor just fucking told me
It's
how to live my life.
it was thing, dude. Whose will would break first, his or yours, man? How many? How many
Exactly.
I knew you were gonna make circles all day, man, to get in that line, bro.
I must have made like 40 circles around that shit.
No, but I feel that's definitely how it's gonna be on Thursday, man. And then Friday, it happens every year. Thursday, it's just every man for himself, getting into these lines, just trying to be slick. And then by Friday, they figure out, oh, hey, that doesn't work. We need to start giving out tickets. They send someone to Staples to get raffle tickets and shit, man.
Yep.
Because that's exactly what happened, with the Final Fantasy demo. Did the same thing. I was kind of hanging out by, your Xenogears model or whatever we were looking at the time at the Square booth, and then like trying to sneak around the corner to get in line, dude, because they
Yep.
wouldn't let us in. And it wasn't until like me and 5 other people were like teamed together and said, "No, this is the line, man." And the guy wasn't trying to argue with 5 people, so he let us in. We just made our own line. It was great. And that was on Thursday. So then Saturday when I went back around to try and get in that line, I forgot someone told me was like, "Oh no, you don't have to get in the line. You actually just got to go around the front and get a ticket, and the ticket will have a time on it, and that's when you can get back in line." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." So I think I went there a little bit later too. I went there
Mm.
around, I don't know, maybe the con had been open for a couple hours already, so it might have been like 10 or 11. So I come up and I'm like, "Hey, I heard I get tickets for a time to play the demo here." Guy kind of looks at me. I guess he was trying to shake me up or whatever, but he eventually handed me a ticket and it's like, "All right, yeah, just come back at 3." I was like, "All right, cool." So I had to kill like 4 hours to get this shirt, dude. And
Damn, yep.
by the time I got back, I think I finished the demo in like 8 minutes or something. The guy's like, "You're done already?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man, just give me the shirt, dude." It was that stupid what demo was that? The Titan that Titan fight.
Yeah.
How does that work in the real game? Is it just as
Dude,
easy?
I don't remember. I don't remember. All I remember is like just me and my bros just on that journey together, fighting everything in the world.
That's
So many
crazy, man.
fights.
But yeah, man, so many lines, and they just need to have a ticketing system. They need to get the check-in apps going, like Sony tries to, except get a better network for it, man. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah! And I thought they would have like the best network, but nah, they're like running on dial up, and then everything crashes and shit, and you have to like
Yeah.
call in for your line.
Does the convention center doesn't really have that good Wi-Fi either, right?
I think it's just because since it's so condensed, all the
Uh-huh.
signals dividing all that bandwidth,
Oh.
that many people divide the bandwidth.
Yeah.
If we have like, I don't know, 100 gigs,
See, nah.
let's say, and then divide that by 100,000 people.
You know who's probably killing it? You know who's probably killing it at Comic Con? The
What's that?
motherfuckers with like Cricket Wireless or something that just have some random network that
Oh.
nobody uses, so they're the only ones on that service provider, dude. Those
You
are
gotta
probably the people that
jump
kill
on
it.
that shit.
I know, right? Verizon's probably dying out there. Because I remember that year too, 2016, like waiting in some of those lines and trying to play Pokemon Go, and it just wouldn't let you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know, but it's exciting times. It's always good to just be in that environment. You know, I think I always spend at least like 2 or 3 hours just walking around and just absorbing the environment. You know, all the
Exactly.
sights and sounds and smells around me, dude. Comic Con smell that Comic Con has definitely a specific smell, dude. It's not quite.
Fart and old people?
Yeah, it's not quite. It's not quite the gym kind of gross, but it's like right before gym smell. You know what I mean?
They have deodorant and it's about to break.
It's about to break. Which is the smartest thing when TwitchCon was here in San Diego. I thought that was so smart, dude. You know, you got your little freebie bag with a bunch of stuff in it, and it was legit. I think Old Spice there was a stick of Old Spice in every bag, dude. I was like, wow. Twitch cares, man. Amazon cares.
Brilliant marketing.
I
too.
know, dude. They should do that for fucking Comic Con, man. Jesus.
Yep.
Make billions in marketing, dude. But yeah, that's gonna be exciting, man. Speaking of the connection issues and Pokemon Go, how are you gonna manage, dude, with your addiction during Comic-Con, man?
Oh, so the thing is with Pokemon Go, I think we talked about this in the previous podcast, but we had that Articuno and Squirtle Day, and we raided one of this gym that had like one of the legendary Pokemons at the gym, and the thing is the group split off from me and Alan, and we were just like waiting by the space museum thing in Balboa Park, and then I like put my Pokemon down, and I was like, all right, well, let me just help defend it for a while. And then I think it was just this week before I quit. So it was like Thursday, like Wednesday or Thursday or something like that. I got an invitation on Pokemon Go, and it's for an X raid pass. And I was like Googling it up, and essentially it's for Mewtwo. For a chance to capture Mewtwo, and I was like, "Oh hell yeah!" And I was like looking up the odds and everything, and it turns out this pass is extremely rare to get. You know, people are like trying to spoof their location, trying to see which gyms that it would possibly spawn at, because it's completely random, and the only way to get these things is like if there's enough people and they attack a certain gym, and on that particular day, then they'll have a possibility to get this raid pass. You know, it's just like a mixture of accumulation of, you know, what is the criteria to be able to even be considered to get a raid pass. So basically me, Dennis, and Crystal were able to get our raid pass, but we got it in from different location. I got mine from the Space Museum. Dennis got his from the Lion Gate, somewhere in Balboa Park, and Crystal got hers from a Starbucks.
What the hell? So wait, so now there's more incentive to try and take over gyms, so you can get this raid pass, huh?
Yeah, and I don't know if it happens frequently, but it has to. There's a lot of ways to trigger it, and you have to have like, I'm guessing there has to be a lot of people, you know, and then it has to be in a particular area, and you have to attack it on a certain day, and then you have to have been raiding previously in order to gain raid points, and it's just a lot of mixture of everything. But basically, I was like pretty ecstatic. So, been playing a lot of Pokemon Go, mainly, and then find out that Zapdos Day is going to be coming on Saturday during Comic Con. So I was like, damn, dude, everything is working out pretty good. And it turns out today, when I woke up today and I was like checking my Pokemon app, it was like I think like 6:50 in the morning. I was just checking like what's Pokemon is around me, and there's freaking Lugia, which is one of the legendary Pokemon. Right after our Kanto regions, he doesn't show up too often, or almost nearly rare. But I don't know when he does. But basically, there's three, and they're for a raid. And I was like, oh man, like I'm gonna go check it out. So like immediately, like I got up, put on whatever pants I had on the floor. I was like wearing mix match socks. Put on like a random t-shirt, and I bolted outside to go see. Like it was like 7 a.m. in the morning, by the way. And I was like, oh hell yeah, I'm gonna go catch this or attempt to catch this Lugia. And then I get there and there's like nobody around, and I was like, no.
Wait, where was it at?
It was near my apartment, downtown LA, near Little Tokyo.
Oh, okay.
And normally there's people there, but they're not there until like I'm guessing like 11 a.m. So like when I was outside walking around like at 7 a.m. in the morning, there is a lot of homeless people all around Little Tokyo, and I not often see them a lot like around that area. So I'm guessing they like to be around that area completely in the morning. So I was like walking around and there's like a lot of homeless people, and I was like thinking, oh man, are you gonna help me battle this gym?
Just give them all cell phones, dude.
Yeah. But basically, like I was checking around, there's nobody that was in the raid. I was like, no, I just need like 5 or 6 people to help me attack this. So I ended up attacking it by myself. I only got it down by like maybe 15% of his health. And I was like, golly, I need a lot more people to help me take this down. And then I tried to go to the other Lugia area, and there's nobody there. And I was like, damn it, dude. So I was like, in the entire morning, I was like walking around looking for people to actually help, like raid, but there's nobody around. And I was like, damn it. So essentially I had to drive down into San Diego earlier today, and I was like, man, raids don't happen during nighttime. So as soon as I get to San Diego, I'm gonna do my appointment and then like see if Eric is up to raiding. And we go to Balboa Park, and then we see like one of the raids of the Lugia raids, and I was like, hell yeah, I was super ecstatic. So we climb up this fucking huge hill, and we're like pretty tired.
You're not driving, you were walking?
Well, because we parked, and then like it's kind of everything is far from wherever you park in like Park and Presidents. And then so we went up this hill, and we're like, okay, we don't see people. But then we go around this group of people. I think they're at a wedding, and we go around these people, and then there are like two guys in the back. And we're like, oh, okay, there's a raid. These guys are gonna help us raid, but there's only 4 of us, and us 4 is still not enough. You need like maybe, like 3 more, 7 people. So we were waiting there for like 30 minutes, hoping like people would like show up to this and help us raid. But we were feeling discouraged. It was like counting down to the last 10 minutes of it being active, and we're like, okay, you know what, let's just give up and like leave. So me and Eric start walking down the hill, and we see 2 other Pokemon trainers or guys like walking up the hill. We're like, oh hell yeah, there's gonna be 2 more people. And then so we go back up, follow them, and then it turns out one of the guys left that was waiting with us. So now we only had a total of 5 people in this Pokemon raid. And then, Eric was talking to the guy. He's like, hey, where's your buddy at? Call him back. And then the guy was like, nah, he doesn't play Pokemon Go like that. And he's only level 26. And we're like, oh, okay, okay, this is only 5 of us. In my mind, I was like, this is only 5 of us. Let's just give it a shot anyway. So we attack Lugia, and we're like, okay, yeah, we're kind of making some progress, and then we're getting down to the last seconds of the raid, because the raid is timed, by the way. You have like 300 seconds or something, in order to defeat it.
From when you start
And
attacking, or
yeah, when you start attacking, I
um,
don't remember the exact time, but it's like 300 seconds, and you can feint as much as you want, whatever, but as long as you defeat him before the timer runs out. So
mhm.
we get down to like the last seconds, and then Lugia has like almost just 10% of his life left, and then the timer runs out. And then nobody talks for like almost 20 seconds. Me and Eric just stand up and just walk away.
It's real, dude. It's fucking real in the field, man.
Oh man, dude, we were like bummed as shit for the rest of the day, because like, it's like, oh my god, that one extra level 26 guy could
Would have made the
actually have
difference.
made that 10% difference.
Yeah.
I was like, even though it would have given us a slither of hope, it would have made a difference in itself. And we were just like not talking, like kind of for I don't know, while
Oh,
walking
no,
backwards. We're
dude.
like, oh my god, we were just and that's the thing too. Like, I was in LA. I just didn't have anybody to raid with me, so there's like
Mhm.
3 Lugias around. I was like, man, three all at once. It's like my birthday, but I can't open the present, kind of thing.
Mm.
So I was like, okay, praying, okay, if I come down to San Diego, I have more people to raid with, and there might be more people at Balboa. So we come down to Balboa, but it turns out like we only saw that one Lugia raid, and that was it for the rest of the night.
Oh
I
wow.
was like,
Yeah.
golly. So we waited from like, we got there like maybe around 4 or something like that, and then
Mhm.
didn't leave till like 7, and we're like, dang, like not a single raid spawned after that one that we failed, and I was like, golly.
Damn, dude.
Yep.
I'm sad. I'm upset, dude. I thought you were gonna turn this whole thing around and be like, but we actually caught it, dude. But holy crap, man.
Yeah, see, that's the thing.
That
So we
sucks.
don't know how long the thing lasts, but we're guessing it's like until tomorrow. And if it's Lugia or some or other legendary Pokemon, like I'm already like giving Eric my credentials, because I think he's gonna be down there in Balboa tomorrow, hopefully. And
Mm-hmm.
if I said like, if you see it, just first you try to capture the Lugia, then log into my account, then try to catch it for me, 'cause I'm
When
gonna be in Vegas.
mm-hmm. When does what was I gonna say? Oh, when can you use your raid X pass? Your X raid pass?
So that one actually takes place on Thursday at 5 p.m. to 5:45
Holy
p.m.
shit. So
at the
specific, dude.
Space Museum. And I was like googling,
Oh,
like,
okay.
like there's a certain amount of people get that X-Raid pass,
Mm-hmm.
and they're all for different times, different areas. And I was like googling, watching YouTube videos of like, people attacking it. And I was like, dang, there's only a handful of people attacking it, like averaging like 14 people attacking Mewtwo, and they're barely sometimes like not killing it fast enough on
Damn.
the timer. And I was
So
like, damn, dude.
only the people with the X raid pass for that specific gym can try and catch Pikachu, or can try and catch Mewtwo at that time.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude! You're about to make some best friends on Thursday, dude.
Exactly. And the thing is, too, all of them kind of have to show up. If there's not a lot of people, then that's gonna suck a lot, And then
Mhm.
two, Mewtwo, because you have to kill or defeat Mewtwo, and then you have the probability of capturing Mewtwo. He doesn't run
Mhm.
away, but I don't remember if like the new raid system. Basically, whatever damage you do, and if you have like certain bonuses, you get a certain X amount of Pokeballs, like 10
Oh,
Pokeballs.
it's not your own.
Yeah, and then you have to
Ooh.
feed it like a certain berry, and then you have like 10 chances to capture that
shit,
Pokemon.
dude.
And then that's where I learned about like the multipliers and all that. Like I literally did not know this entire time that the curveballs have multipliers to them, and if you hit it, with nice, great, or excellent, it's gonna amplify that multiplier. So it's like essentially Mewtwo has like a 2% chance of getting caught. and then you have, like a 1.8 multiplier, then another multiplier like 2, and then another multiplier because of the berries. Then it comes up to like maybe, I don't know, 15 to 20% chance of getting caught. So it's just so many factors, and
That's so low, dude.
yeah, and that's the thing too. It's like only a handful of people get these X-raid passes, and I was like, man, I was getting prepared, all my Pokemon, leveling up all the people. I don't think I'm ready, but hey, I'm willing to still attempt at
Show
it.
up, dude. Yeah, at least
Yep.
show up, man, because you already know there's gonna be like maybe those 8 or 12 other people that are gonna be like, should I go to this thing? Nobody's gonna go to this thing, But if everybody has that same attitude of just, we'll show up, we'll see what happens, then shit, dude, you might actually do it, huh?
Yeah, if we can get like 20 people attacking this at the same time, then
Mm-hmm.
it's almost a guarantee that we can defeat it. But then the
The
next part
catching part.
is is the pain, because when I was doing the Articuno event, there's like like a couple times when I didn't catch the Articuno, and the reason why is because my phone lagged. I threw the ball because of the lag of the animation. I was like, God damn, dude. That
lag.
messed me up completely. So that's why I was like, man, I need a new phone maybe before then. It's time for an upgrade.
Dude, that's exciting, man. I hope people show up, man. Just for
Yeah.
you, man. Just for because of your Lugia woes too, man. That's gonna be crazy. And
Yeah, that's why I'm praying. Hopefully Eric will catch something tomorrow.
truth be told, man, I don't know. If we do this Zapdos thing next Saturday, dude, I'm kind of excited, man. See how it goes.
Oh, exactly. And I was gonna bring up too that a lot of people are writing articles about how people suddenly are getting interested into Pokemon Go again, and they pulled out like reports that like it's becoming as almost as popular or reaching the peak of when it hit like a 2016.
Really?
So, yeah, and then they found out that 170,000 people flew to Germany just for that Pokemon event. And there's like a lot more going to Chicago for that Go Fest thing.
Oh god, dude.
So
It's not as bad as last time, man.
yeah, so like even though the craze is still not as much as before, it's just a lot of people are like bringing back that curiosity of like, oh shoot, like what's going on, and these new changes are pretty cool. So
yeah,
you might get a little bit hooked after this Zapdos event, and like finish off the Kanto, man. Dude. I'm just trying to whisper it deep into your ear. Good. Join the dark side.
Good. It just took them too long, man. You know what I mean? To make those changes. Because this was all stuff we were talking about like 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? When we were all playing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they did catch lightning in a bottle on accident. And before they knew it, they had millions of people playing this game. You know what I mean? And they didn't have the right, maybe resources or talent to do all this stuff right away.
Yeah, I agree.
But no, it's good for them that they bounced back. I think I was reading last week. I forgot to mention, man, that they pulled in like $1.8 million worth of revenue already, man, this year, just based off of the new stuff that they've popped out. So I was just gonna make fun of you and say, oh yeah, that's part of your $17, man, is part of that, dude. But shit, good.
It's $23 now.
Oh my god. But good for them, man. Good for the bounce back, dude. You bought a raid pass, huh?
Yeah, we did.
But good for them on the bounce back. I mean, I don't know. I won't say no. I won't get that addiction back again, but I think it'll be fun, man. Playing again and trying to catch that Zapdos.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because like I too just went in and like, oh, I'm just gonna be casually playing this or checking it out, and then I don't know, something hooked. I think it was probably because I was doing my first raid, and then I did it by myself, beat it, caught the Pokemon, and then I don't know, it just grabbed me so hard, and I was like, golly. And then everybody else too, like our friends, the people that we know, like they're starting to play too, which is really good, really good.
We'll
So
see, man. We'll have a report back the next hot couch potato, man. How these raids go, dude.
see, watch what Thursday or no Zapdos Day is on a Saturday. Watch,
Yeah.
come Sunday, you're gonna be dressed as Ash Ketchum. Guarantee. 8 gym badges.
Dude, what was the dude's name that was just
Gary.
like Ash? No,
Oh.
the other one, the one that had a Pikachu.
Red,
But his Pikachu had like bangs. Oh, what was that guy's name?
red.
Was it Red on the TV show? man, I forgot.
Like Richie or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. I'll dress up as him, dude. The lesser known, trainer. Oh man. Well, going back into more like, I don't know, I guess traditional type games, man. I've been spending a lot of time on Steam recently, dude. Trying to make all of my Steam sale purchase worth it, dude. Purchases worth it, dude. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Because, every year I buy like 2 games and I don't play them. Like, I think I have Shadows of War and Shadows of Mordor, but I haven't played those at all, dude. I have like the whole Witcher series, haven't played it at all, dude. And I just buy these games because they're super cheap and then don't do anything with them, man.
Yeah.
So this
that
year,
backlog.
yeah, man, it's just growing. And it sucks too because, as we were talking about last week, Octopath Traveler came out. And I definitely bought it and downloaded it onto my Switch and didn't play
we'll
it.
never play it again.
Dude, I think that game is only like 3 gigs or something like that. But I guess with the graphics the way they are, they can compress a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, here's one for you, man. How big do you think Final Fantasy VII is on PlayStation 4?
At least 18 gigs.
If I told you it was less than 5 gigs, dude.
Hold up, what?
Yeah, man. You think about it, that shit had to fit on 3 CDs back in the day, man.
Golly.
Yeah, I think it's 4.3 gigs or something like that. I think that's how big the download is for Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But Octopath definitely smaller than that, but just didn't have a chance to play it at all this week because I've been stuck, dude, on my new. I feel like I say every game I'm playing is my new favorite game, man. But I've been playing Way of the Samurai 3, and I don't know how the hell I missed this game for so long, dude. But it's fucking amazing, man. So let me just tell you about like my first hour playing this game, right? So it starts up, you're this samurai that was in a battle, and you're like the lone survivor, right? So the game starts up, you're like limping through the battlefield while these guys are out there looting all the bodies and stuff, and there's dialogue choices and stuff and everything in this. So it's a cutscene, and I'm just staggering, walking towards these 2 guys, and a prompt pops up on the screen. It says to click left trigger or something. I'm using the Xbox controller, So I click left trigger, and it shows a smaller cutscene of me unsheathing my sword. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna fight these guys for, defiling all these bodies or whatever. You know what I mean? And they just start running away. So I start chasing one of them. They break off into like 2 separate directions. So I start chasing one of them, and it's weird. Every time you attack, you stop running. It's like not a running attack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I couldn't catch up to him. And I end up running into this completely new area. I go around the corner, and it's like a castle, and I talk to a couple guys, and they're like, hey, do you want to join the Owika clan or whatever it is? And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll join the clan. You know what I mean? And I show up to the front, meet the boss. He's like, yeah, you're joining us. We're not some bandits. We're fighting for the freedom of this territory. And I'm like, all right, cool, dude. So go around the town, you know what I mean? Go shopping for a little bit, whatever. A fucking guard recognizes that I'm part of the clan. I'm a piece of shit. I have no good weapons, no good armor, and he just kills me real quick. You know what I mean? I couldn't figure out the combat for the fucking life of me, dude. And I die, and there's this death screen. I'm like, okay, whatever. You know what I mean? I'll just quick save. There's no quick save in this fucking game, dude.
Oh,
and it's
wow.
permadeath, man.
Holy crap.
I get to save. I guess I made like $5, 5 yen or something in my playthrough. But I load up my game or I start the game again. You know, I get to save my death, and I load up the game again, dude. And it's the same thing. It's the cutscene where I'm, limping through the fucking thing, and this time I'm like, what if I don't press that left trigger to take out my sword? You know what I mean? What if I just let these guys help me out or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
So I do that this time, and they take me to a village, and the village elder is like, look, we saved your life, but we don't like samurai, so just get out of here. We don't want any trouble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And of course, as soon as I leave like the village elder's house, there's like some bandits, the gang I joined in my last playthrough. They come and attack the village. I defend it. It was like super easy to beat these guys for whatever reason. I think it's supposed to be like a tutorial fight or whatever. And then he's like, maybe you're not as bad as I thought you were. This is my daughter. And then you just go on this whole storyline, dude, about meeting his daughter and all this stuff. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing, man. You know?
The best ending.
And then I figured out how to make saves and stuff like that. And then, I'm just going around. I think I had to help her shop or something like that. We had to go into town. We had to shop and then bring food back home or something like that. And then they're like, oh, yeah, you have your own house. It's this hut in this like outskirts of the village or whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm walking to my house. And there's this guy walking up to me in like this green kimono. And he has one of those hats like in Samurai Champloo that Jin wears, where it's like covering his face, but it has the slots so he could see. Yeah. So like this guy's like walking towards me. I'm like, whatever, it's another villager or whatever. And he goes, I love the taste of flesh. And I'm like, what the fuck? What? And he starts attacking me, dude. I'm like, no. And he's fucking hard, man. Like he has this big ass nodachi, like a long ass katana, dude. He's way out of range, man. Every attack he hits me with, I'm just taking half my life out, dude.
Golly,
I just get
he's
fucking
a Sephiroth right off the bat.
I have no idea, dude. I just get fucking wrecked by this guy, dude. I was so upset, and I died, and I was like, let's do this all over again, dude.
Oh wow.
But it's cool, man. It's cool. I mean, it's really you make your own story, man. There's like I said, there's dialogue branches, so you get to choose what kind of samurai you want to be. You could do blunt attacks, so you can go through the game without killing anybody either. You know what I mean? You could switch your sword to hit with the backside of it. You could switch your spear to hit with, the backside of it as well. So you can go around threatening little kids that are being punks to you, man, or you could be like, hey, respect. Being a samurai is all about respect. You know what I mean? You could be a nice guy. You could be a piece of shit, dude. It's crazy, man. There's so much you could do in this game.
Damn. When did this game release?
Forever ago. I think it was on PS3. I was reading. So it released forever ago. But the main plot, and I love it so much because it's like a Akira Kurosawa movie. This is like an old director that made a bunch of Japanese samurai movies. I think one of his scripts is what Neo is actually. So basically it's this territory in like the Edo period. It's while Nobunaga, man, he's in every samurai video game, huh?
Yeah.
But Nobunaga's in the height of his power, just taking over Japan. You know what I mean? So that's the overarching evil on this like territory. It's called the Amena territory. But anyways, there's the people in power, and then there's this little clan that's trying to bring back the old family that used to be in power. And then you have a choice. You can join either or. And then depending who you join is the story arc you go through of how you wanted to prepare the territory for when Nobunaga rolls through. You know what I mean? So it's, dude, the possibilities are kind of endless, man. I mean, I remember I was supposed to send the spy a secret message, dude, about where supplies were going to come from. And I passed through this village, and this lady was like, hey, I'm starving. My knife is too dull to cut these vegetables. Will someone help me? So I did Fruit Ninja, dude. And helped her cut all. She was like, "I'll throw the fruit in the air, and you could cut all my vegetables for me." And because I
It all
did that,
falls on the floor
dude,
anyway.
because I did that, like the spy got impatient and he left. So I failed my job. I was like, "Fuck."
Whoa.
But the game is great, dude. I mean, I'm, and for me, right? There's save points you can make. I mean, it's really old school where there are actually save points. It doesn't auto save as you do like important events or anything, and that is kind of hard for me because I've been playing Dark Souls where everything you do is quickly saved. You know what I mean? You accidentally kill an NPC or you accidentally hit an NPC. Now he's hostile towards you. That's forever in your history,
Forever.
dude. Yeah, dude. You're never
Yep.
gonna get rid of him trying to kill you. But now in Way of the Samurai 3 that I have save points, it's like I forget to save, dude. So sometimes I'll die and I'm like, shit, where did I last save? Fuck it, I'll just start all the way over, dude.
Damn.
And that was the worst one. I joined both. You know, I joined the little clan of bandits, and I actually joined, like, I think he's a general or a warlord or something. Like, I joined both of them. You know what I mean? And I was like trying to pit them against each other and make their strongest fighters kill each other so I could take over whoever was going to be the weakest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think I got caught because I did something stupid. And they were like, "You're playing both sides all along." You know what I mean? And everybody started attacking me. And I was like, "Fuck it, dude. I'll take them all on." I started fighting everybody. And I died. And I was like, "Fuck, okay. Well, I'll just go around and not make that same mistake this time." And I loaded my save. I was like, "Nah, I'm just going to start over, dude." Wasn't worth it at all, man. But it's super cool, man. I think I was reading there's something like 20 or 30 endings or something like that.
Wow.
I've gotten one of them. All of my other times playing the game, I died and started over, dude.
Holy crap. Is this, how long does this game last? Is it just the choices you make that affect the game?
Yeah, I feel like so. I think there's days, right? There's a time frame and stuff, and that's, you've played Dead Rising, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of like Dead Rising where on certain times a day, certain events are going to happen, like certain story events are going to happen. So you have to show up to certain parts of the map. I think there's 9 different maps of this bigger territory that you travel between. And it's all timed. I think 1 minute is an hour in this game or something like that. So if you go to a certain place at nighttime, you could see some undercover meetings that's happening and get some information for other story things that are going to happen, you know?
Yeah.
And it's hard. It's kind of hard to replicate, man. Because I remember this little kid revealed to me that he was part of the royal family that used to rule over this land. And I think I must have played through this game maybe 6 or 7 times today. 'Cause that's how much I kept dying. But I never got that same cutscene again, dude. I was pissed. I was like, how the fuck?
Damn.
Kid, reveal your secrets, dude. I'm trying to make you the shogun. But I feel, and that being said, I think by day 10 is when Nobunaga shows up, and that's like the end game. So you have to like confront him or not by day 10. So I feel like if you really wanted to, if you just stuck to one clan and did one side of the story, you could probably get through a playthrough in like 2 or 3 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just, there's so much to do, dude, that it's amazing, man. You could build your own sword. You know, you get like different sword parts, and then you could put it together to make something really OP, dude. I found a blade that's like a saw. It's like jagged edges and shit, man. So I'd be like Shishio, man. Just lighting my sword on fire and shit and fighting people, dude.
Dang. How's the combat? Is it like parrying or, I don't know, RPG elements?
Nah, I mean, you could level up your weapons and level up your health. There's no real armor in the game, and I don't know. There's no dodging. There's only blocking, and you can parry, but the timing is super funky. And you can only parry to like minions and stuff. if you parry a minion and counterattack him successfully, it's a one-hit kill, and it's fucking amazing, dude. But if you're fighting someone a little bit stronger, it just leaves an opening where you can hit them. And it's kind of like Neo, where square is a light attack and triangle is a heavy attack. And then your stance depends on what kind of sword you have. And you can dual wield swords, dude. I think the sword I have right now, it's a low stance. It's a low one-handed stance, so I just look badass, dude. I'm just standing there holding my sword and shit, dude.
Shit, like Rurouni Kenshin.
I know, man. I use the blunt end only, dude. But nah, the game is fun, man. I think it is. It's super small, and I think it's kind of the perfect game for me right now that I could just maybe play it today and tomorrow, and then I'll be done. I can just move on to Octopath. Psych.
Yeah.
I won't move on to Octopath because I picked up Way of the Samurai 4.
Is it still like $5 for number 3? Because I remember it was on sale. I just forgot to make that purchase.
I don't know. I haven't checked, but I think I got both of them for $12 total. So it's a steal so far, man. The game is great, dude. I think I miss that time element, dude. I really do, of like being pressured. Well, not being pressured, but it's like the world feels real. You know what I mean? Like, oh shit, since I already played through this, I know what's gonna happen on this type of day. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see. Yeah.
But playing it for the first time and just like stumbling across these cutscenes, like I said, I have not been able to get this kid to reveal to me that he's the real ruler since the first time I seen it, man. So
yeah,
but no, it's good times, man. It's really good times. Definitely suggest picking it up if you are a fan of like samurai in general, and that Dead Rising kind of gameplay where you're following a set series of events over a set amount of time. It's good stuff, dude. And then you really like it. There's no karma, right? So it doesn't matter how evil or how good you are, but it's like I was just role playing for myself, telling these kids to fucking respect their elders and throw away their trash and not to loaf around all day and work hard, because that's what makes you a samurai and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I didn't have to do that. I could have been a dickhead to these guys, but no, it's cool. Oh, I totally forgot to mention. So that's the thing. In every cutscene, you can cut the cutscene short by drawing your sword, dude.
What?
Dude, remember I told you in the beginning how I thought it was a QuickTime event prompt for me to press that button?
Uh-huh.
No, that's just the unsheath your sword button. So there could be this super important meeting between two main characters going on, and that button will be there, and if you press it, you'll just jump inside the middle of that cutscene and start trying to kill them, dude. It's amazing, man. And, well, spoiler alert, but there are brothers that are on opposite armies. You know what I mean? One's in the clan, one's part of the warlord's crew.
Mm-hmm.
And they meet, and they're talking about, like, why they should join one another or something like that in secret. And I remember I jumped in. I was like, nah, man, you're not going to betray the clan. I'm gonna kill your brother for you. So I took out my sword and jumped in there and started fighting, and he's like, don't kill my brother, and they both started fighting me. I was like, fuck, okay, never mind then, dude. They fucked me up, man. But not only is there a draw your sword button, there's an apologize button. And if you press it, you go down on your knees and just bow, dude. And it's everywhere too. It's in every cutscene. I don't know what it means to apologize in a cutscene, but I did it once and the cutscene just ended and the characters were nowhere to be found. But you could do it in like the towns and the restaurants, at the blacksmith, and they'll like give you free shit, dude. You're like, okay, I feel bad for you here. Here's a radish. Here's some mushrooms. Go ahead and eat. Oh, but it's good times, man. Good times. Definitely, if you find it on sale and have like 2 hours to kill, dude. Way of the Samurai 3 is fucking amazing, dude. Can't wait. Yeah, I'll probably play it all day tomorrow again, dude. Just to try and get some more endings. Try to get a real ending this time.
Did you play 1 and 2 or just skip to 3?
No, just skip to 3. I haven't even heard of anything about 1 and 2. I bet you they're completely different games, dude. Like not
Yeah.
even related. And the graphics where they are now is kind of bearable. The combat is kind of bearable too.
Mhm.
Um, I'm coming off of playing Dark Souls Remastered, so I thought I'd be able to dodge, and since it's a PlayStation 3 era game, I thought I'd be able to cheese it up. But nah, you kind of have to time your parries and shit, dude.
Shit.
So, but it's fun, man. Well worth the $5, man.
Yep.
You get that kid to show me his clan's insignia, dude.
You're like, never.
I know. I forgot what I did, but he was like, maybe I need to be a nice guy again and tell kids to respect their elders, dude. Because he was like, thank you, Mr. Samurai, for teaching me. He's like, I want to be a samurai like you one day. Look, I have a real sword. And then he busts out this like dagger, this really fancy dagger and shit. So maybe I do need to be a nice guy again. I'll have to figure it out, dude. But yeah, I know you walked away from the Steam sales with an interesting purchase there, man.
Yeah, I think I am $2 down from that purchase.
So come on, man, you got to give us the review, dude. How is Mirror?
So far I haven't beat it. Oh, actually, no, take that back. I think I did beat it.
Oh, really? Okay.
But that game is completely not how I imagined, but at the same time, it was exactly how I imagined. So this game is about stuff, and basically you like play like Bejeweled games, like how Honey Pop was, and it's very similar. It's just I don't know. It's like yeah. So basically,
wait. Wait. So in Honey Pop, dude, there's like I don't know. There's a story kind of. You take these chicks on dates. You're cursed by like a love demon or something like that, dude. And like I totally forgot the story of Honey Pop. Do you have to have sex with someone in like a week or something before you die?
This one, it's like each girl has like their different scenario, like different era. It's not necessarily in the same era, but basically whatever they're in, and you go through their little story mode by beating like the Bejeweled thing kind of thing, and if you're successful, you start blowing some clothes off, and then there's like stuff to do at the end. Like you win the girl over, and there's like 2 routes, but it's not really a route, but it's just 2 directions of endings to go. One is pleasure, one is pain, and for the most part, it just starts testing what is acceptable to you, what is acceptable in the anime world.
Wait, so is it how different are those paths from going from pain to pleasure? Like, is it pretty easy to okay, I don't want to go the pain path, so I'll just go to the pleasure path, or do you actually have to try to, get one or the other?
Not try too hard, but just a little bit. And
okay,
then,
fair enough.
You can kind of influence like the direction of the game, not the game, but whatever route you want to take, and it's quite simple. But the thing is, some are very drastic. Let's just say one is a good ending, and the other one is a bad ending. It's the endings are way kind of contrasted, but there's still the same kind of ending, But yeah, it's the game. It's worth its dollar. I guess. I played. I actually had fun with the whole, just actually doing the Bejeweled part. Just like how Honey Pop was. It's just you're so focused on completing it within a time limit and as well as a certain amount of moves, kind of thing. But the reward, it's there, like it's there, and it's just questioning your anime senses. There's one girl that I wasn't too like really crazed about. You know, I was like asking. I don't know if I want to bring his name into this discussion, but anyways.
Wait,
But
no, dude. We already spilled it last week. We already know Dustin was the reason you bought this game, dude. So it's fine, man.
But basically, yeah, I was just asking. I was like, okay, you know, this girl number 2, I don't know, man. And he's like, oh yeah, there's 2 different endings, and I was like, oh what? I didn't know that. So I was like replaying it, and I was like, I got the same ending, and I was like, this is not this. Maybe it's because I got the same ending. This is must be the bad ending. Let me try to get the good ending or whatever. And I tried to get the good ending, and it was like a shit worst ending possible ever. And then I was like, okay, so there's either a bad ending or a worst ending for that girl. You know, like I don't know, man. So I played the other girls, and I was like, oh, okay, it's not bad, you know, but it just definitely tests like what is your interest in and all that stuff. You know, I guess. I guess just the first girl was the cool one.
It was all
maybe the last
from
one,
there, dude.
Yeah, I think it's just the second one like messed me up. I was like, oh shit, man, what the fuck?
So this got me thinking, and of course, thank you, Rick, for buying me this game when I never asked for it.
You're welcome. It's the best dollar I spent.
But this got me thinking, man. Like, are puzzle games worth it if you have the reward of naked anime chicks at the end? Like, you're not playing Bejeweled, but you'll definitely go ahead and play some Mirror. You know what I mean? You're not playing Candy Crush, but you'll go ahead and play some Honey Pop, right?
Yeah. I think yeah. Because like I wouldn't normally go out of my way to like, oh, okay, I gotta buy like a Candy Crush looking game.
Yeah.
But I think the pursuit of it, you know how they say like, oh, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey kind of thing. I think because there's anime involved, that's why we have that pursuit, passion. We're like, oh, okay, we gotta see, you know, we're men of the sea kind of thing. And then you know, we get the reward, and you're like, it's lackluster, it's alright, you know.
which 97% of the time it is lackluster too. Like, you just realized, okay, I played Candy Crush for this. Come on, man.
Yep, exactly. So that's why it's like, okay, it definitely is just about the journey, and then that's what makes it fun, you know. It's like there's a thing where you don't want to see like a naked girl, but like getting the clothes off, that's completely different, you know.
Dude, I think we had that exact reaction when we finished Honey Pop the first time, dude.
Exactly.
I'm about to go watch that YouTube video again. And then just when we finished the game, we're like, oh, okay. Cool, I guess, dude.
Yep, we're like, all right. Is this the end? Okay.
Because, come to think about it, too, this is nothing new. I mean, first and foremost, shout out to Tetris for never having to, you know, resort to putting naked chicks on their game. Tetris is fun on its own.
We gotta make that game.
But this is nothing new. I remember back in the day, back in the day, dude. Use map settings on StarCraft. There was this one. I don't know if you played this with us, dude, but there was this one. It was a siege tank defense.
Oh yeah, map. I played with you guys, and Anthony played it all the way to the end.
There we go, dude. Where every wave you passed, part of the map would reveal itself, and in the map they were able to make a picture of a naked chick, dude. So this isn't anything new, right? This has been a thing. And of course, yeah, I don't think I've ever beat it, right? Because I think the final wave is a bunch of Kerrigans that run through the course, dude, and they're just impossibly fast, and there's always one that gets through and makes you fail the mission. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I remember the day of days, the most glorious day of my... When were we playing StarCraft? We were like 13, 14 years old, man. When I was like, I wonder what'll happen if I load up this map without using use map settings. So I did, and I was a dumbass and chose Protoss, I think, right? And you know, basically there's a track where the enemies walk through, and then your tanks are set on little islands on the side of the track to try and kill them before they reach the end, right?
Yeah.
So the Nexus starts at one of these islands and none of the drones can get out, but you can see the entire map, dude. So I got the smart idea of choosing Terran, lifting off my command center, and flying it around the map so I could uncover this picture.
Uncover the
yeah,
dark.
dude. It took me about 5 minutes to fucking float my command center. To float my fucking command center around the map, dude. But we made it, man, and I was finally able to see the ending of that thing.
So men will go through great lengths to do anything.
Bro, this is like 2001, 2002. We were definitely going through those lengths, man.
Yeah, dude. I remember playing for hours just to try to reveal that stuff.
Shit. We didn't have porn videos back then. They were pictures, dude. Fucking JPEGs. And those took probably as long as it does to load a video nowadays, dude, to load up,
exactly.
Man.
Yep.
But for those of you thinking, man, what's this new wave of, you know, like hentai games out there associated with puzzles and stuff like that? It's not new. It's definitely not new, man. Yeah, because that's StarCraft shit. We were doing that all throughout 2001 up until we discovered City of Heroes, dude. So
yeah.
But Anthony beat that shit?
I don't remember, but I remember he was very focused. And I was like, oh, okay, I give up. I'm gonna move on.
Yeah.
But he was determined.
I really remember that last wave of Kerrigan's rolling through. It's just fucking trash, dude. So cheap. She had like 1,500 health, man. And she had all the buffs, so she was just walking through all of our fucking siege tanks, dude. Fucked up, man.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Good times. What other game do you think would benefit from having naked anime chicks in it? What if there was Flappy Bird, dude? No, Flappy Bird. And you had to beat every level of Flappy Bird would be like, you know, getting to a date or something. I mean, that's essentially what Catherine was, huh?
Yeah, I think that's the reason what drove us, you know, to improve the relationships for these girls.
Mm-hmm.
We just had to beat those levels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because, I mean, the story in Catherine is fucking great, you know? So I think that's what always drove me, was just getting to the next part of the story, you know? Yeah, fair enough. There you go. And now we're sounding like two dudes that watch porn for the story, dude. It's never the case, dude.
What? Porn? What are you talking about?
Oh man. But yeah, well, besides Flappy Bird, anything else be enhanced by?
Racing car games, I guess.
Ah, there you go.
So there you go. You have to play Mario Kart. Get first place for their goal.
Oh, dude, that was a thing though. I think Road Rash back in the day. You ever played that one? That's the motorcycle racing game.
Don't remember. No.
I think it was on.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It was on Sega. I think that's why I remember playing it, because I had a Sega. But it was motorcycle racing, and then you could hit people with like chains or bats. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But in between races, there'd be these FMVs, like live action stuff. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be just computer animated stuff. And I think the whole time you're playing this game, you're trying to impress your girlfriend. I think that's what you're doing in this game. Because the game over screen is definitely her making out with another dude because you lost the race, dude.
What?
You're like Ja Rule in Fast and Furious, man. Fucking
Shit.
yelling for Monica and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I got that game over screen plenty, so I know, dude. But I think that game for sure. You're trying to go after the chick, dude. That's too funny, man. Games are so primitive at the end of the day when we think about it, man.
Still, it drived us.
It always will, I guess, man. Dude. But yeah, man. When's this? Is this heat gonna go down anytime soon, bro?
I don't know. This is not a new perfect day anymore. This is a Brent perfect day or
It
something like
is,
this. This
and I'm
hot weather, and I guess because of the summer's starting off and everything is all about barbecue, which is good.
yeah.
But
No, that's very true.
yeah.
The only thing that sucks is, you know, I definitely called my sister today and asked if I could use her pool. She lives in a complex where they have a pool.
Woo.
Yeah, I'm about to get dark as shit, dude. Which I guess I'm fine with, man. Just blend in at night. But no, the only reason it sucks being hot because, you know, when you're playing games and stuff, you're in front of your monitor, the computer's running hot, dude. Your PlayStation's running hot too. And the whole area you game just has its own fucking atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? You notice that?
Yeah.
Because I notice when I'm playing and then I'll go downstairs to get a drink. Well, of course, warm air rises, but even more so, just specifically in my room. My little corner, dude, is like 10 degrees hotter.
Hottest.
I know, man.
That AC, we missed the AC.
No, definitely, man. So spoiled. AC,
Yep.
and then using a comforter just because it gets too cold, but fuck it.
Dude, I was legit cold that one day when it was like 107 degrees at Los Angeles. I was like, oh my god, it's freezing. And I'm like using a blanket while everyone's like getting barbecued
Sweating
outside.
balls and shit, dude. Yeah, man. Oh, good times, dude. But yeah, man. Anything else? Anything else happened this week, man?
Let's see.
We narrowly escaped Friday the 13th, dude. It was one of my coworkers' birthdays yesterday. Well, it was her birthday on Tuesday, right? And this chick had a potluck from Tuesday to Friday at work. I was like, how the fuck? I think on Wednesday, someone brought in Filipino food. On Thursday, they went to Royal Mandarin. On Friday, someone brought in fucking Chick-fil-A catering. I was like, why do we have so much food, dude? You're so popular. But after work, they all went out to like a bar and stuff. And I was supposed to go too, you know, to go and hang out. We weren't going out until like 9 o'clock. We got off at 5:30 or 6. So I was going to go home for sure. You know what I mean? Like take a nap or something. As I get home on Friday the 13th, you know, just avoided the whole day, not even thinking about Friday the 13th. One of my coworkers texts me, oh, I got into an accident, and sends me a picture of her car, just completely fucked up, dude. I haven't left the house since, dude.
Canceled on.
Yeah, dude. I haven't left the house fucking since, bro. I just don't even want to give I didn't want to give Friday the 13th an opportunity to perpetrate me, man.
For me, it was like the opposite. I was like catching all the good Pokemon. I don't know. Homeless guys was like giving me high fives and stuff like that. It was a good day. It was a good day.
Oh, dude, yeah, there you go too. Someone threatened to shoot up my job too.
Holy shit!
It was crazy. So I didn't like. I heard about it secondhand. You know what I mean? And someone told me like, oh man, did he come back? I'm like, well, no, why? What happened? So I was like, oh, someone's threatening to shoot up the lobby. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, right. You know what I mean? But I guess it was for real. Like people were out there shook. Like all of our clients, all of the customers left, dude. I was like, okay, I guess we're having an easy afternoon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I work on the first floor, like right outside the lobby and shit like that. So I'm with it, you know. I really wasn't paying attention too much, but my manager came down and was like, Brent, make sure, you know, we fill out a fucking, what is it called? Like an incident report. I was like, okay, yeah, I'll remind everybody. Then like someone came from the upstairs, you know, and was like asking what happened, and I told them, and they like went home. They went home an hour early. I was like, for real?
I gotta go home.
This dude is not gonna come back and shoot this place. Are you fucking kidding me, dude?
Shit, that's scary though.
Yeah, Friday the 13th, man. It doesn't fail, bro. But yeah, that was it. Just mainly avoiding bad luck. playing some samurai games, dude, while you were hunting Pokemon, man.
Hell
That's
yeah.
what our future looks like, except it'll be more outside in Comic-Con. We'll have some good Comic-Con updates for you guys. Hopefully some good Zapdos news next week.
Exactly.
But until then, Rick, some words of wisdom?
Everybody must play Pokemon Go.
All right,
I'm
good.
gonna keep repeating it.
We'll see you